tell you the truth, Sonja, Morin, and Mike Antaya join us today to talk about St. Anthony's Shrine in the Diocese of Fall River, and we are grateful to have them with us. Hey guys, how you doing?
Morning, Bishop.
Great to be
Doing
with you.
well.
So I got to ask you, first of all, there's been a novena and a feast that have been observed for a long time. How long has the novena and the feast been observed at St. Anne's Shrine?
So this year, it will be the 151st annual novena.
Whoa.
Yes, so the novena has been happening since the very early days. 1872 is when it started.
Wow, that's amazing. I had no idea that this was a tradition that went back so far.
And you have a slogan for the shrine, right? It's fostering a spirit of pilgrimage. Can you tell me a little bit more about what that means to you and how it connects to the shrine's mission?
Sure, I will defer to Sonja for that because she is our person who created that.
Oh, there we go. So one thing I found within working at the shrine was that it was and it continues to be a beloved part of the community in Fall River. But the intention when they originally built the shrine, it was completed in 1906 by the Dominicans. They intended to have it not only as a place for the local community, the local French Canadian immigrants who called it their parish and their spiritual home, but also as a place where people could visit, where people could make pilgrimages to pray and to reflect and to strengthen their spiritual lives. And so for us, in the St. Anne Shrine Preservation Society, who has been tasked with running the shrine since the parish was suppressed in 2018, we want to reinvigorate that. We want it to still remain as a place where people locally can come in and pray, even if it's just for 5 minutes in between their work shift or between school, but also a place where people can travel. Equally, we've been able to kind of see the fruits of that. We've had people travel from Indiana, from Virginia, from Quebec, from Portugal, from Sri Lanka, from all these different places, because people somehow find like the call to come visit and to get that experience. So
now, Sonja and Michael, it's my understanding that there is a story of great wonder, a miraculous story related to the novena. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. So there have been, so nothing has been officially approved by the church as any miraculous healings.
Okay.
However, we go on our faith and our of what things that have happened here at the shrine. So dating back to the many early years of the shrine, many people would make pilgrimages from all over the region, from Canada, and then they would bring their ailing people to the shrine. And they left their tokens of appreciation, their crutches that they came on. They left them there at the shrine because when they left the shrine, they were able to walk. They were able to, get around without any mobility assistance. One gentleman in particular, his name was Henry St. Roch. He came all the way from Connecticut. In the early 1930s, he went blind after suffering from rheumatic fever. His mother made the novena to St. Anne, and then he miraculously regained his sight. And then for every year after that, for 7 years after his cure, he would go blind again on July 1st, and then again on the 26th of July, he would regain his sight, which is the 26th of July is the Feast of St. Anne. And this is documented in volumes of notes that the Dominicans kept of favors granted. And Mr. St. Roch would continue to make a pilgrimage to the shrine for many years until he passed away. And one of the astounding things is that he went to all sorts of eye specialists and eye doctors, and they continued to tell him that he was medically blind, but he swore that he could see, and he even passed the driver's license test, and he was able to drive, and so it's quite remarkable.
Amazing story.
Incredible. And the church actually just reopened fairly recently, right?
That's correct.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so the parish, so it was a parish, it's always been a shrine, but there was a parish attached to it. But the parish, due to dwindling numbers and whatnot, the parish was suppressed in 2018. However, because of its its stature in the city and the Diocese of Fall River, and and in the surrounding area, Bishop d'Acunha was very gracious to allow a group of lay people to reopen the shrine and to run it as a Catholic shrine within his diocese.
And the images that we showed while you were speaking of the interior of the shrine are just spectacular. It just reminds me of what a fantastic place it is, right in the heart of the city of Fall River. You can't miss it. It's a gorgeous sight when you see the two towers. We thank the two of you for being with us today and putting St. Anne's Shrine back on the map. Where can people learn more about the shrine and find out when they can go and what they can find there?
Absolutely. So you can find us on our website. It's saint-anns-shrine.org. Saint is spelled just ST. You can also find us on our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at St. Anne's Shrine FR. And you can obviously always visit us in person. We're at 818 Middle Street in Fall River, and we're open every day of the week.
Very good. Sonja, Michael, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for all that great information. We put that web address up on the screen as you were speaking. And enjoy the rest of the summer. Looking forward to having people come and visit at this beautiful shrine of St. Anne's in the great Diocese of Fall River. God bless you both.
God
bless you, Bishop. Thank you very much.